Okay, they tried to run interference because I'm making this video because the city of Huntsville, Alabama has just suspended my registration because they said someone was sitting in their office and noticed I didn't have insurance for 2 days this year. They said June the 9th and July the 9th, 2013. Someone was sitting in their office and saw I didn't have insurance, so therefore they suspended my registration. They said that I went and checked on it because I said I have insurance and I don't know anything about my insurance expiring. Nobody had notified me. And so I went to the office with my paperwork on, it's on Maskin Lake, the License and Registration Office, 1918 West Memorial Driveway. I went to that office, and the lady told me that I would either have to give them $400, $200 per car, or bring a letter from the insurance company saying I was covered on those two specific dates. And so I I called the insurance company, and the lady I talked to at first, I explained. She said it was canceled because of non-payment. And I said, well, I never got a bill. And she said, well, she should be able to help me. She put me on hold. Another lady came on, and she says they can't do anything. I can't get insurance for a year because of non-payment from them. But of course, I got insurance from another company after that because I will not drive around without insurance. And so I took when I took the insurance paperwork, they said that it wasn't any good. She couldn't do anything with it, even though it says I was covered for a year from January 1st, 2023 to January 2024. She said she needed a letter, like I said. And now, of course, the insurance company wasn't giving me a letter. The person that I talked to anyway, they wasn't giving me a letter, and they wasn't going to renew my insurance. So then later, of course, I got from Montgomery, Alabama. That's where I got the suspension saying my registration in September. I got the letter from Montgomery saying that it had been suspended. Now, the thing is, I have no violations, no moving violations, traffic violations. I have not even parking tickets. I have no tickets. I was not stopped for driving, and these are, I believe, moving violations. So they're trying to tell me my car sitting somewhere, they can take my registration because they sat in their office and looked it up and saw that there was no insurance. And the thing about that suspension, it has no beginning date and no end. It doesn't say when it ends and what I have to do on that letter. The only thing that the woman talked about money was when I went in, but they didn't give me anything about that in writing, the $400. Sound like another way just to try to get money out of me, $400 or a letter from the insurance company. Was the conditions that they gave me on Maskin Lake at that office. Now, the thing is, I have been harassed in Huntsville. You see, they like to show the bright side of Huntsville. I'm going to talk about the dark side, the way black people are treated, specifically myself. I can speak for myself since I've been here. They have been harassing me, and this is just the final step in taking my registration. When I first got here, they tried to stop me from getting a registration in the first place. First, they said I needed a title, and somebody conveniently had stole all my titles to all my cars in the process of my moving. But I replaced the titles, and they tell me my titles was not enough. I needed a letter. And so, of course, when I sent to Michigan, they ignored me, but I applied somewhere else at the same time, and they sent me a letter. So I went with my letter, my registration, my vehicles. And then when I got there, the lady was telling me, oh, well, we need to know exactly how much you paid when you bought the car. And we need to know how many cylinders on the car before I can get my registration. So after I kind of spoke to her in a loud language where she can understand, she forgot about that idea and went on ahead and gave me my registration. So they have been trying to stop me from driving since I got here. And so the things I don't want to talk about too much because it's so much has happened, and I got stuff on. I have pictures of evidence of a lot of other things, but specifically, when I got here, not long after I had been here, the lady was telling me, a black lady was telling me that black people don't have this, black people can't do this in Alabama, black people, and I don't know, I'm just doing me. I purchased a house and purchased cars, but, and they have been showing me that in Alabama, that they will take a break. That's what I've been experiencing, where they have been trying and failing. Things happen to my car, things happen to my house, backup of they put stuff down the drain, they call it a manhole, and so that when the rainwater comes back in my house, but in the process, it messed with other people property sewage backup, so they had to come and drain it out on one side. And then I saw the other day someone was back there digging, so I guess sewage had backed up at somebody else's house while they're trying to run rainwater back into my house. So they do all kind of things to try to run you out. In the meantime, people are saying, I want your house, I want to buy your house, I want to buy your house. But I just, I don't want to, like I said, get into all of the information, because I do have videos of that, but my main purpose today is because of that suspension of my registration. And I know that people right here in my neighborhood have violations, accidents where they are at fault, and I see cars going back and forth. Have they taken their registration? Probably not, since my belief is that these people are connected with the people that's harassing me. And I did buy a foreclosure home here in Huntsville, and from my investigation, not proven by anybody else, I saw that the people were military, that worked for a utility company, law enforcement, people that the house foreclosed on. In other words, people of status, not saying these are the direct people that is doing this stuff to me, but it's definitely people with connections, people that own stuff, have access to a lot of things and can do a lot of things. I've had to close bank accounts at 3 banks and would have closed it at the 4th, except I wanted to have a bank because they let me know they was controlling my bank account, block me out when they want to. I put people in my account, they take their names out, other people's phone numbers connected with my accounts, and my Visa card, MasterCards, they control, block it when they want to, doing things like that. So it's a whole lot of things, but I don't really, like I said, I don't need to get into all of that right now. But there is a focus, and this is very illegal, because I don't see how anybody can suspend your registration and sit up in their office talking about they just happened to come across your name and saw that for 2 days you didn't have insurance, so we're going to suspend your registration. And the lady at the office, like I said, wanted to kind of like blackmail $400 or a letter. But anyway, I'm going to end this right here. It's probably it's a lot more stuff, but this is all I'm going to talk about today. Thank you, and good night.